What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jake with the Drip. We back in again with another video. This one's about the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about like my favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar. If y'all been tapped in with me for a while, y'all know that Kendrick's my favorite artist. So we're not gonna react to the actual halftime show, but we will react to like a breakdown. So just to give you a little bit of insight about, how I feel about Kendrick Lamar, for those of y'all who are new to the channel or just don't really know that much about me. I watched the game at my friend's kickback. I really love his creativity that he put together. The PlayStation, like the game theme that he was doing, like the colors, the red, white, and blue with the people in there. Mind you, he did all of this in front of Donald Trump, which was like crazy. But Kendrick's gonna be the one to disrupt. Kendrick Lamar is a disruptor, and that's one thing I really like about him. One of many things I really admire about him as my favorite artist, man. Seeing all his new songs he performed was pretty cool. Like, I was really excited to see a lot of stuff off of GNX perform for the first time. I will be trying to attempt to go to that concert when he comes to Maryland. If I miss him in Maryland, I'm gonna definitely catch him in PA or somewhere nearby. And if I gotta take a trip, I'm just gonna take a trip. It doesn't really matter to me. SZA doing what she does best. SZA is an amazing singer. Like, this is her thing. This is what she just does. You definitely tell that the mic was on with that. Him smiling at the camera when he said, "Say Drake," killed me. Killed all of us when we watched it live during the Super Bowl. Samuel Jackson was a smart choice to play like Uncle Sam. It's in the name for one, too. Kind of resembles and callbacks to when he played the house, the house nigga in Django Unchained. So Kendrick Lamar, I mean, I've been a fan of Kendrick for a minute. It's not nothing new. But like I said, that's just how I feel about the Super Bowl. We're gonna go into this breakdown from let me see. Oh, my bad. I don't even know. It doesn't even show the people. Let me see. New rock stars.
Welcome back to New Rockstar.
This performance is nothing short of a complete story with so many moving parts. It opens with the PlayStation controller buttons, which seemed to me as something else, but Zach on Break Room compared this stage to a PlayStation controller, and I now firmly believe it. I googled the buttons that lit up maybe for a cheat code or something, and it gave me the Lost World Jurassic Park guide, which loosely does give you the cheat code to start the game with 59 lives, and this is the 59th Super Bowl. Coincidence? I don't know, probably not. Shelley Rogers, the show's art director, mentioned in an interview with The Wire, "I think the video game theme was symbolic, his way to reach young people," Rogers says. She goes on to say, "A lot of it showing his journey traveling through the American dream. We'll continue to note this throughout the breakdown, acknowledging moments that could reflect Kendrick's real life." Also, back to the PlayStation of it all. PlayStation is owned by Sony, which also owns Santa Ana label group, which in January of 2024 partnered with Drake's group OVO. So, you get two birds, one stone, really. We also learned that we're playing the American game. A single beam of light hits the middle of the squares. This is Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. I flagged Uncle Sam beginning his taunt in the middle square, which is the most critical spot in tic-tac-toe. Claiming it first gives you a better strategic advantage, and who already has the best advantage in the game than Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam is the symbol and personification of the United States and its government. Now, in Kendrick Lamar's album To Pimp a Butterfly, Uncle Sam was the nickname, but also characterized to represent America, the government, capitalism, along with a lot of racism. Opening track of what
my favorite album of all time, by the way. Like, my favorite. The best thing I've ever heard. The best music, the best message story I ever hit my ears in my entire life is To Pimp a Butterfly. With a Good Kid, Mad City coming right in hot behind at number 2.
His theory, he raps at one point as Uncle Sam saying, "What you want, you, a house, you, a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Uncle Sam, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall." 40 acres and a mule, these are the promises made to slaves after the Civil War, like reparations. What he's showing us is that Uncle Sam represents a country built on freedom and choices. But it isn't, and for black folks, it was built on false promises. What Uncle Sam is doing is criticizing and telling Kendrick how to perform and what everyone in America wants to see, hence the album title, To Pimp a Butterfly. Kendrick choosing now, Black History Month, in America, where they're actively trying to strip the rights away from many minorities, is so impactful, and he's doing it in such a way. Like, I'm happy to be black, but
look at what Trump is doing. Like, this is a good punchback and answer to all the absurdity that's going on in the country right now. So Shout out to you, Kendrick.
Very happy to be black. This is also coming on the heels of the Louisiana lawmakers demanding a family-friendly halftime, citing past vulgar performances. And a lot of those vulgar performances are POCs. Don't ask us to perform if you're going to criticize it. Uncle Sam wears a vulgar performances are POCs. Don't ask us to perform if you're going to criticize it. Uncle Sam wears a custom boat ensemble, a three-piece suit, and an overcoat. The placement of the stars is interesting. There are 14 stars on his jacket, and a flag believed to be from 1846 to 1848, anticipating the coming Civil War, does feature 14 stars, not representing all the states of the Union, but only the free states where slavery was illegal. It could represent that, but it might just be an array of different stars. There's a lot of interpretation you can make for it. Kendrick opens upon the classic GNX that graces the album cover, but it is not the exact one. This one was gutted and turned into a clown car, according to the art director. He's repping an unreleased track, Bodies, or Tiramisu if you want to call it that. It was used to promote the GNX album a while back. Kendrick is rocking a royal blue varsity jacket custom made by Martine Rose, who he's worked with much in the past. The front of the jacket reads Gloria, a reference to the last song on the GNX album, and Gloria is also in red and white on the blue coat, similar to the American type of colors we're going to be seeing all throughout this performance. The back has a large PG Lang, the company Kendrick and Dave Free, the director of Not Like Us, share. Above the PG Lang it says Compton, Kendrick's hometown, which you should know by now. He's also rocking the Nike Air DT Max 96s, a backwards turned cap with the Romanov Diamonds angel wing brooch. He's got the G National for Grand National patch, you know, the all I ever wanted was the Black Grand National, Wop Wop Wop, which is from Not Like Us. On the other side, 2025 and KOW, which, you know, I was writing this very late, couldn't figure that out. I'm sure it just means one of the songs, but you yell at me, tell me what you think it is. And of course, an A minor chain. This chain also refers to Dave Free and Kendrick's company PG Lang, where this is also their logo. The two children holding up the A may look familiar because towards the end of the performance, we see people in the back waving the flag. As he continues singing on the car's hood, people start jumping from the vehicle and the trunk everywhere and wearing red, white, and blue. Later, we'll see them scattered, symbolizing America's current cultural divide. In our great nation's pigments, there's a lot of symbolism behind the colors. Red symbolizes valor and bravery, and if you pay really close attention, the people in red are always trailing Kendrick, watching his back and ready to squabble up. White represents innocence and purity. These are the men dancing at the beginning in their own little bubble, unfazed, singing under the streetlights, and when everyone falls to the ground dancing toward the end, they're still standing, dancing innocently. Blue represents vigilance and justice, and those in the blue we see trailing those in the red, protecting Kendrick, dancing with SZA and Kendrick on the triangle stage, protecting SZA and Kendrick. They also represent the part of the American flag with our stars representing each state, which could further represent the justice we seek for black men in America. Some folks have also interpreted it as the blue and red gang, since we know Kendrick's upbringing, and this could also represent their hopeful unity to combat the American game that's rigged against us. There's a lot of ways to interpret this scene, and I think everybody's points are valid. You just need to know the message or get the message across, or actually just question, talk about it, because more word of mouth for the message, activism. The music halts with a screech and we're left behind with only the red dancers.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
I don't think I really need to explain this one, but in case if I do, again, while rights are being stripped in America from minorities, we see explicit hate for most folks. Their freedom in the US is taken away and our government's loss of morality. This isn't necessarily a wake-up call, but we need order and change, which Kendrick is forcing you to see. You can't turn away from this. This is one, if not the most watched program in the United States. Additionally, we will speak to this in a larger portion of the video later, but note how everyone came out of the same car, but we'll later see them be divided and segregated, or separated if you don't like the word segregate. Then they play Squabble Up and we see the men in white dancing in the front while those in the red dance in the back in a more uniformed march. I think these are the same men who appear later in Man at the Garden. These are the turf fiends who also showed up during Squabble Up in the music video. Notice how they enter dancing with Kendrick. If this performance follows his journey in the American game or the American dream, it begins with him being himself in America, not liking it. Don't shoot the messenger, but if your website only works if I log in on my laptop using some make everything you need to make expertise with platforms, make direct debit and auto Squarespace.com first purchase of remember the squabble here, but to a music video, it featured tons of different is magnificent, but stars to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Now, the choreography is magnificent, but tailored so differently. And if you remember the Squabble Up music video, it featured tons of different California dance influences, which I think we're highlighting here, but to a much bigger scope. We're recognizing the diversity across the nation. So in our neighborhoods or in our lives, we're actually focusing on the differences. Also, these 100 plus dancers were choreographed by Charm LaDonna, who did Not Like Us. She is on top of it. Then Uncle Sam comes in for more play. Uncle Sam's not happy with the way Kendrick's playing the American game. Now remember what I mentioned earlier and how Kendrick sees Uncle Sam. Not only is he being pimped by Big Greed in front of us, but the game wasn't really made for black folks. You're meant to assimilate and adapt to what Uncle Sam wants from you, and he promises that you'll get something if you fit his narrative. Additionally, it's not hard to assume a lot of America will criticize Kendrick's performance Monday morning as loud, reckless, and ghetto. These are also common words used to tear us down. And then this perfectly segues us into Humble, a song that is about being humble and arrogant at the same time. I know that some folks read it as Kendrick telling other rappers to be humble, but I always read it as both that and him doing the same thing, reminding himself to be humble, seeing as where he came from. He could also be, you know, telling America to be humble right now at the Super Bowl because we know who's in the audience. And then you see the dancers positioned like the American flag, though it's divided right down the middle. This is probably my favorite sequence and has so many messages, maybe things you did or didn't notice. America's got a cultural divide going on right now, and we see it choreographed here with Kendrick standing in the middle of the divide, representing our nation. But this could also represent he's helping bring us back together. It doesn't necessarily have to be Kendrick, but like he said, the revolution's about to be televised. You picked the right time, just the wrong guy. He's showing us, all of us, the problem in America right now. And I think it's important to flag that these are all black men with different outfits, accessories, and looks, but still, to me, this is very symbolic of America being built on the backs of black people. It's right there.
Because it is, man.
Everyone scatters when he imitates gunfire. In the stands, you see it says stage 1. We're only at the beginning, and if this is Kendrick's journey through the American game or dream, we just got snippets of the gun and street violence while he performs DNA. This song is about racism and how we're treated when we carry so much history and culture and life, no matter how people stereotype us to be. The colors no longer form the flag, they all blend together now. And we're no longer divided, but harmonious and protecting each other. Where there is beauty and celebration in the hood, there are also times of extreme hardships and grief at the hands of inescapable violence. And we see that part of Kendrick's American game playing out here. The lights in the stand now spell out warning wrong way, and I think it can mean two things. Notice how we began near the square, then trekked off.
I don't think I seen those when I watched it at all. I only saw when it said game over. I never saw the light, like the things light up like that, which is pretty interesting. And I always wondered, because a lot of Super Bowls do similar things, I always wondered if Super Bowl is typically a sold out event, where do they have time to have those lights? Is it people that's lighting it up? Are they supposed to sit right there? Like, I don't know. I would love to have that question answered, how they pull that off. Is the audience also in on it? I don't know. Feel free to enlighten me in the comments though.
Way to the triangle, and then he'll turn around and strut back towards the beginning. I think this could be more commentary on how, as a nation, even divided, we're going backwards. Though you could also interpret it as Uncle Sam's warning in the American game. He's clearly not playing it right, Kendrick, so he's warning him to get back to something more palatable. And then, oh boy, we get Euphoria, the Drake song. This song came after Push-Ups, a song catered to dissing Kendrick and using Euphoria, the name of the show Drake is an executive producer of, you know, that show that's centered around high schoolers and their rambunctious lives. Wonder why he's producing it. This is clearly a road, and we see all these street lights, and you can see is an executive producer of, you know, that show that's centered around high schoolers and their rambunctious lives. Wonder why he's producing it. This is clearly a road.
Well, you know what's crazy though? Like, Euphoria is my favorite track of the entire disc. Like the entire rap battle. Euphoria clears. It clears. Not like us. It's up there with Meet the Grams. It's my favorite one.
See all these street lights, and you can see that people are balanced on the street lights, looking up at the stars, or, you know, the night lights of the game. Kendrick released a short film with PG Lang titled Welcome to PG Lang. It featured him balanced on street lights like a cloud, just like this. This video incorporates numerous visual motifs, focusing on disengaging from your phone or overstimulation and embracing the present. You could also focus on the past or the future if you wanted. Though Kendrick on the street light is questioned, I wondered what he's thinking up there or whether he's thinking at all. And I think these boys on the street lamps represent Kendrick's break after Damn and the writer's block he mentioned in Morale and the Big Steppers. One of the men is wearing a hat that says peekaboo, and we'll see that this is the next song in the performance. Then Uncle Sam comes back for more. Uncle Sam is still not here for the black culture and representation. He doesn't want us to show our authentic selves. Kendrick ain't listening to what he's telling him to do, so he has the scorekeeper deduct one life. This is to slow us down, to keep us apart when we're unified. However, this is also like a typical tactic. If we don't behave or we're not what they're looking for, we're chastised. What's also very important about this scene is that Uncle Sam stares down the barrel of the camera at the viewers of America, addressing all of America, and says, scorekeeper, deduct one life. Are we the scorekeepers for Uncle Sam? He makes the command and we're supposed to follow? I mean, maybe not me, but you. Y'all America. I'm also America, but you know, I'm black in America. It's a different game. We're now at Peekaboo, and Kendrick literally jump scared us all in this little cute appearance. We're performing now on the giant X, and each limb feels like a different island with a different group of people, hence their different choreographies. This could also represent the other communities, different groups of folks who have been divided but waiting for something to bring them together, a common ground maybe, a mission, what have you. In this case, it's Kendrick who leads them all to the free limb. Kendrick mentions, I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love to sue, trolling Drake and his team for filing a lawsuit against Universal Music Group for promoting Not Like Us. And he says he'll think about it, but slows it down, and Uncle Sam ain't happy, but then the ladies come out in red, and SZA is here, and we get Luther, which is my favorite song. I love Luther. Our girl is my favorite song. I'm having such a fun time watching her perform with Kendrick. Their little step two to each other is so nice. And you know what? I'll say it. If you guys want to buy me a ticket to their concert, I'll take it. I'll take any free ticket my way. I can't afford it. Also, this is exactly what happened with Renaissance. I couldn't afford it, and then watched my friend just show up randomly, and then no one told me I don't know. I'm ranting now. I just want a ticket to this concert. I just can't afford it. But I know it's gonna be great. Someone record it. Send it to me. Then we get All the Stars, which you might know from Black Panther, of course, because it's a great duet. We've now grouped back together, men, women, red, white, and blue. Then Uncle Sam comes back, congratulating them on the song. That is until he summed up the entire performance. There's a cultural divide in America. He's addressed and shown you in under 15 minutes. A performance for the masses to ponder or to seek to understand. 40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music. The promise was bigger than the prize, and they tried to rig the American game against us, systemically and structurally bound to prejudicial laws, unfair treatment, or disadvantages, segregation, gentrification, voter suppression, all of the above. However, for Kendrick, it's him being a puppet to the industry and wanting to be true to himself, and you can't fake influence. Then we get Not Like Us, and we're all back together dancing again. Kendrick smiles, but he says, hey Drake, and this is honestly the cutest thing in the world. Also, our man doesn't even have to say P3DO. The crowd screamed a minor. They screamed the words for him. Then we see Serena sea walking. In the Squabble Up video, we also saw a young girl dancing like this with her tennis skirt and outfit. There was an idea that she represented Serena and Venus Williams, who also grew up in Compton. This could be a nod to Serena's controversial dance during the Olympics, which she was criticized for, and speaks to the entire message Kendrick's been saying through the performance. Y'all support her when she's quiet and plays tennis, but God forbid she celebrates by sea walking. Also, we know Drake and Serena's past ain't a good one. We got 2 exes on the stage now. Ooh, I'm just saying.
So
also,
confirmed.
Serena and
Drake and SZA really did date, because I didn't know that. My friend had to tell me that. Wow. Oh.
I'm so proud of you for walking away from that crazy man. Then we get Mustard in his custom leather Vans and Star jacket. So proud of our boys. Look at them. They're so cute together. I could watch them dance like this on the field the entire time. And look, if you're mad, if Drake is mad, reminder, at the end, Kendrick tells you to turn your TV off. Turn his TV off. The revolution was televised. Are we locked in? Are you locked in? Honestly, because this is a message to those watching and ourselves, because we need to recognize who is dividing us. And this was such a fun halftime show. There's a lot of things that might have gone over your heads or maybe confused you. And the thing is, no one is gonna be 100 at this. This is some heavy research, and it's gonna take a lot of time to dissect every single part. And I only think the only person that knows the entire story is Kendrick and his creative team. And for those not in America that are watching this video, because I know you guys like to watch the Kendrick Lamar videos to understand, our nation is divided right now, and a lot of folks are in bad places, scary places, harmful places. Take the opportunity to do your own research. Mind you, maybe listen and learn from those affected by said conditions, because it's a hard time. The last thing I want during Black History Month is ignorant hate towards this performance criticizing the political message without trying to learn more about it first. That's it for my breakdown on Kendrick Lamar's halftime Super Bowl show. There's probably much more to it. Again, I wrote this through the night after we got home after our 5-hour stream. We did such a good job here at New Rockstars. I can't believe we did that. Follow me at Lulu_Clemens. Subscribe to all 3 channels in the New Rockstars Network for all the breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love.
Hey.
I hope you're doing really good.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep it brief and simple, because I can talk about Kendrick for a long time. Like I mentioned earlier, I became a Kendrick fan not because of his music, but more so because, his creativity. Because on the first playthrough through hearing, To Pimp a Butterfly, because I ain't gonna lie, Good Kid, Mad City was a straightforward album. I understood what he was talking about. To Pimp a Butterfly, I kind of needed help. I listened to it and I didn't really understand the album, and I didn't really care for it until I saw the album breakdown on YouTube. Because on the first playthrough, hearing people break down his lyrics and creativity is what really changed it around for me. I can't wait to see what's next for him. I do plan on seeing him in concert. I just really respect this guy. I really do. I really think Kendrick is a genius. I think that he deserves more respect. I think more people should really take the time to learn and understand his music a lot more. Because a lot of people, they just want to hear the songs that they get, that they understand. They don't want to take the time to really break down what Kendrick's really saying in some of his music. And I understand that's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, we just in for a nice quick TikTok bout. Something to party to. Something for the ladies to twerk to, you feel me? But, you know, Kendrick, I will say, to really be a true Kendrick fan, I'm not talking about like him. I've always liked Kendrick. Ever since I heard of Kendrick back in middle school, I've always liked him. But to be a real fan of him, it takes an acquired taste. But honestly, it's crazy to see how this man can really turn everybody against Drake. Because I'm a Drake fan too. I'm not a big Drake fan, but like I am Kendrick or even J. Cole, because J. Cole is my close number 2. But I don't know. I mean, Drake just needs to find his footing. He needs to actually drop good music and not whatever mediocre stuff that's not really doing much. I still have listened to the Party Next Door album, so I'm gonna definitely go check that out. Next reaction is going to be the Super Bowl reaction. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and don't worry about tapping the Super Bowl video. I'll change the channel for you.